What's up, YouTube? Dan the Demon Man once again hacking my way into an SMT RPG game, Soul Hackers 2. I still have my copy of Soul Hackers for the 3DS, and I have had this game sitting in the backlog for a while now. So let's get into it. Obviously, from my old avatar and intro, you can tell I love RPGs and love the SMT series. I have so many of them, from the HD version of Nocturne to multiple digital editions of the Persona series to pretty much all of the SMTs on the 3DS. To say I'm a fan is an understatement. I have a fair amount of experience with the series, and am pretty well versed in it, I think, seeing the ups, downs, gameplay changes, and so on. And because I was hoping to play this one for ages, I kept myself blind to the reviews and chatter surrounding it. So, let's get into it. Okay, so first, this is a double whammy for Mission Failed this month. I couldn't platinum Soul Hackers either, due to a super annoying EXP curve. See, normally, you'll be around level 65 to 70-ish to beat the final boss, at a reasonable level without trouble. And if you get to, say, level 75, you pretty much curb stomp it. However, in order to net the platinum, you have to reach level 95 in order to complete the Demon Compendium, as in order to use demons, you must be at or above their starting level. However, the game reduces the EXP you gain from enemies once you are at the same level or higher than them, and each zone has a set level for the enemies. The sole exception to this is the rarer, risky enemies, which constantly scale to be above you. But after the first 10 or so levels, they start to get about 10 to 15 levels higher than you. So they usually curb stomp you, especially with the RNG not being in your favor. This makes grinding out the final 25 levels at minimum a huge chore, with a high chance of game overing due to bad luck with the risky enemies. This was also done to basically force you to buy the DLC, which, when active, battles give you an item that lets you level up for free. You don't have to use the item, but if you're going for the platinum, then most guides just say to use the DLC, otherwise the grind alone takes 30 to 50 hours, just for the Compendium trophy. Since this was basically only done in order to force you to buy the DLC, when I saw this, my heart sank, and after beating the game on hard and then doing the true ending, I just said fuck it and quit. The next issue is the gameplay itself. The gameplay has been streamlined and made way easier thanks to the new combat and negotiation system. So instead of the game functioning like the prior Soul Hackers entry, or even the other Devil Summoner or mainline games, the game's battle system is heavily inspired by the Persona series, where you don't summon the demons to fight, they're an extension of your player characters, and by equipping the demons, you gain their skills and affinities. This takes half the fun of the demon summoning out of the equation, as it's your characters doing all of the fighting rather than getting help from the demons too, which feels way off. This is coupled with the new gameplay feature of stacks and sabbats. As opposed to the press turn or knockdown feature in other SMT games, we instead get this weirdo system. Each phase, all characters get one action, save for bosses that will use abilities to get 2 or even 3. When striking an enemy's weakness, a stack appears and a silhouette of a demon shows up. Then, when the phase is changing, a Sabbath happens, which is like a mini to major all-out attack that does almighty damage to every enemy, that only us players can use. This makes battles way easier than they should be, as even a single stack does extra damage to all. As you progress and gain upgrades, eventually you can swap out demons mid-battle, focus the Sabbath on a single enemy, gain extra defense as a separate buff that can't be negated, and gain extra stacks to have even stronger Sabbaths. This wouldn't be so bad if it wasn't for the fact that every boss has at least one weakness, with a single exception, so you can constantly get multiple layers of extra damage. And a loss only counts if the whole party goes down. The only particular is if the party leader goes down, you lose access to the special skills like swapping demons. So, the battle system is weird and can be piss easy, with the difficulty coming from bosses not just because everyone always has at least one weakness, but because every boss save one can summon more enemies, so you just get swarmed. And hard mode not only affects damage dealt and received, but it also affects EXP gain, with you leveling slower on harder difficulties. So the difficulty itself is artificial. This wouldn't be as bad if you could still negotiate with demons, but you can't. Instead, each dungeon has you send out your demons that will update as you explore, giving you items, healing you, getting quest items, which is downright retarded, and getting demons. But the demons all want to join and either just join you or ask for a single thing, being X amount of items, HP, or MP. And if you give it to them, they auto-join. So negotiations are basically non-existent, being piss easy and lame. So the battle system is lamer than it should be, and the trophy hunt is a no-go strictly to a poor design made for reasons of greed. Can the story at least save it? Or the dungeon design or certain fights? Let's see. We play as Ringo, a construct given a soul by the Aeon system, a godlike supercomputer device that is meant to observe humanity. Ringo and her sister Fige are tasked by Flamma, the aspect of Aeon, to save the world, and need to find 2 key people in order to prevent the world's destruction. Ringo finds the next player character, Arrow, but he's already been executed. Ringo is able to perform a soul hack to revive Arrow, where he briefs us on the situation. There are 2 factions vying to get covenants, consolidated pieces of soul power that grant the user enhanced abilities. Yatagarasu is supposed to be the good group of devil summoners who help people, while the Phantom Society is full of members who want to destroy the world. Arrow was a double agent sent by Yatagarasu to keep tabs on Phantom. Our target is to rescue Milady, a double agent. Milady, a high-up of Phantom who possesses a covenant. Fige's target is already gone as well, so she is en route. We find Milady, who has already been murdered, and Fige accidentally absorbs her covenant. Ringo soul hacks Milady to get her back, and we take out the annoying rapper boss. We learn from Milady about the existence of 5 covenants, and who has them. We see a video of how the main villain and a weird thing get the Covenant from Fige's target, and who are now hunting down the people who have the others. We find Saizo, a freelancer, who just had his Covenant stolen, and get him as our final party member. We then go on a long chase of hunting down Iron Mask Tekkaman as we try to save the other Covenant holders from fighting it. Of course, we're too late and have to prepare to take down Iron Mask and his pet Zoma for good. We rescue Ash, Saizo's love interest, from Iron Mask's control, but we get outmaneuvered and briefly lose Fige and her Covenant. In the third most annoying boss fight, we have to fight Zoma and Iron Mask at the same time with a bunch of other summons, including one that can also heal them, and another that blocks the weaknesses of the Zoma. Once we slay the Zoma, all 5 Covenants are released. Somehow, in a terrible twist, Iron Mask is able to take 4 of them and escape, while the 5th one disappeared. We then learn that Arrow is actually the holder of this Covenant, and need to release the seal placed on his memories. We go to the soul construct of Arrow's and unseal his power and memories, and then get the reveal that Iron Mask is actually Arrow's mentor and hero, Raven. We confront Raven in a fight that is way easier, and end up finishing him. Fige gets all 5 Covenants, and tries to soul hack Raven, but he refuses, which puts Fige into a coma. Fige then decides that she will use the Covenants to summon the Great One and make Paradise, where there is no more pain and suffering, by soul hacking the entire world. We move to stop her, taking out the second most annoying fight against a Yatagarasu agent who is the only thing in-game without any weaknesses, where he will summon several other annoying demons, including one that will heal him. Seriously, this fight sucked ass. Once he falls, we can answer some lame questions and then confront Fige. Fige's first phase isn't that bad, especially when you can spam Force. It's the second half of Phase 1 that is the most annoying fight in-game. She summons 4 clones, all with different affinities. One can buff the team, one can heal, and another one can put up magic reflectors, which 3 of 4 have magic weaknesses. They can act up to 5 times per turn, and once 2 have fallen, the weaknesses will shuffle and Fige will start attacking as well, applying debuffs, status, and a ton of damage. Once Fige falls, we get fully healed and have to fight the true final boss, who is way easier than Phase 1 despite the higher damage. Once it falls, if you did the side content, then you'll get a dialogue choice to reach out or let her go. If you let her go, Ringo gets depressed, everyone goes on their way, and the story ends. If you reach out to her, Ringo soul hacks Fige and manages to save her, with everyone moving towards their ideal future, staying friends and being way happier. Either way, it feels incomplete, and apparently that's because there's some story DLC too. And if you can only get the true ending if you clear floor in the trio soul matrix, which requires a soul level of 100 with everyone. The soul matrix also gives everyone some busted abilities too, but doing them is lame as the enemies are piss easy, but the later floors have super annoying teleportation puzzles. The only dungeon that is any way interesting is the final one. Every other one is fairly straightforward and lame. So yeah, I went into this game with high hopes and ended up coming away disappointed. The story could barely hold my interest. The only interesting character was Milady. Everyone else was bog standard and lame. The combat was more of a chore, which is probably why you can skip so many animations and have battles on fast forward. Only one dungeon was interesting. The gameplay choices were bafflingly stupid, the characters uninteresting, and overall everything was a disappointment. The Platinum gets a 7 out of 10 due solely to one trophy needing an insane grind coupled with poor decisions all around. As for the patented Dan the Ranking Man rating, the game is easily a 38 out of 100. The cool factor and ideas are all pissed away by poor design choices, and the game turned out to be more of a chore than actually being fun, challenging, or rewarding. So, this month is a resounding mission failed due to the grind of 2 games. Hopefully June is a way better month. Like, subscribe, hype, comment down below what demon was your favorite. I'm leaning heavily towards Ishtar, who saved me so much in the endgame. And remember, only losers would purposefully lock what should be base game content behind DLC, and only super losers block basic progression behind DLCs.